So not many people know this about me, but I am absolutely terrified of champagne bottles. People tell me I shouldn't be afraid of champagne bottles, but you know what? You know that thing holds like 5 to 6 atmospheres of pressure and has 90 pounds per square inch of pressure in that damn thing because of the second fermentation process that goes inside of it. I've studied the science. That thing is basically a bullet shooter. Hey everyone, Kaizo here with another video. It's not going to be much of a talking video, but I am going to be showcasing some testing. Because as noted in the comments of my last video, I was talking with Gold123 of Universe server, really cool player. There is a possibility that instead of Wind Caller, I'd be doing a God of Fire Judgment sub, since I did get that again. Also, I ended up getting another one of those stupid ignition catalysts. I have 3 now. I have 3 of this right now. It's crazy. But anyways, this video is really just me showcasing a test on whether or not I think God of Fire Judgment is going to be worth it, or Wind Caller is going to be worth it. Because based on the test that I did with Gold, God of Fire Judgment did a lot more damage, but I think that's only because of the penetration. Because as you can see, God of Fire Judgment gives 20% penetration for each target with a shot, and increases the critical damage by 25% whenever the player becomes unable to move, so that stacks up to 100%. And the thing with that is that, with the playtesting that I've done with Gold, my most, I would say, optimal frontline would be Damien, Janice, Gerard, and Balfion from going 4-man front. So with that being said, I'm going to be testing out which one's going to be better, God of Fire Judgment or Wind Caller. Because with Gerard in the front line, Damien has an easier time hitting a critical, despite him not knowing what a crit is. It's that thing that happens. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to explain it. Anyway, Hypermax Damien set up right here. As you can see, I have 11.2 penetration power on here with this critical damage stone, and that's not moving anytime soon. 12.8 receiving pass effect on this stone. That's not moving anytime soon. I'm still trying to re-roll this for more penetration, but you know, right now he's at 32.4 because this one also grants no, it doesn't. Okay. Alright, so here's how I'm going to conduct my test. I'm going to be finding a team in Galaxy Arena, my bad. I'm going to keep using them as a basis for my testing, so that way I have very stable results. What I'm going to do is going to be Mono Dark Husbando. Hopefully it'll let me break through their mid and such. Okay, so obviously I think this one would be a very good starter. So I'm going to be recording a lot of the results that I have and explaining what has been going on with boosts. If they're, well, maybe I won't, but basically I'm going to be trying out the initial shot on each one, and then I'll record all my findings here and compile it. So first up is going to be against this team in Arena. Luckily, the mid and front line doesn't look too bad. I'm going to be using Abnor Ace for each test. Ashe lined up correctly. Always on the left with Damien. Maybe. Actually, you know what? So, what it's going to be is that I'm going to be using this setup for each time. Edward Ace, Reflex and Action Speed. I'm going to be using, yes, let me just, for consistency and optimization sake, I'm going to be having Dale on my team for this test, just because I do need a forward passer. I'm going to forward pass to Gerard, who's going to active. Janice is going to pass, in which case I'll go ahead and give him a red pass stone. So that way he can generate enough spirit. Let's borrow it from Purpulum. He ain't using it. So I'm going to try and optimize the damage each time. Hopefully it works. And we're going to compare the damages. This one is with God of Fire Judgment. I'm just going to move it here as a placeholder. And I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I am pausing for a minute, but I already forgot what stone I was using for this test. Okay, so here Junice has gotten 1 stack of his Dark Note at level 4, because I kind of valued his active more for this run. Gerard's passive is activated, obviously. Balthion has activated. What the hell? Oh. I thought this was I thought that was Damien. But anyways, he's got the Balthion pass. He's at 176 critical rate. There's no crit resistance. And we're gonna see the damage against Rafaela after this. Oh, it's got a Fire Judgment. Okay. We're gonna record that result. God damn it, this is why I say that we should have some sort of testing mode that isn't Galaxy Live, because Galaxy Live is dependent on the other person, and sometimes the person in the match has to go do something and they have to go AFK, or they suddenly disconnect and it actually disables you of using your own commands. This is why we need some sort of testing thing. I don't care what it is, whether or not you have to go against your own team or you get to set it up your own self, as long as there is a testing room. Dude, seriously, I can't find another damn Rafaela in this damn arena. And I can't find the same Rafaela. Oh my god, I deadass just wanted to test this bullshit out. Are you kidding me? And I now can't get any consistent results? Holy shit. Okay, let's test another subject then. God, I'm so irritated with this. Okay, I guess we'll just find a K. We'll just find a K, I guess. I don't know. God, I'm just so irritated with this, honestly. Probably not gonna do much again, but you know what? I said I'm gonna test this. I'm gonna test this. Okay, we'll try it on this team, I guess. Like, Arena just wants me to lose so damn badly instead of testing out my damage, so whatever. God, I'll be back with you in just a minute. Okay, this is why! This is why! I can't get any consistent results in testing! Oh my god. See, Duran has a 10% chance of cooperating. That 10% is not going to... Oh my god. It's not going to duplicate itself in any sort of other testing because it's a low-ass 10% chance of replicating. Okay. You know what? He decreases the penetration anyway, so let's go ahead and test the damage on this. Active activates. Got a Fire Judgment. Okay. 1504. We're gonna try this again. Okay, at least I found them again in Arena, so that means it's going to be a little bit more easier trying to get the... how do you... Oh, right. Jin, that's why. Anyway, it's going to be a little bit easier trying to get the cooperative... Well, it's going to be easier getting a stable result from this. So, let's try that again, y'all. See, already it's consistent because they don't have enough spirit to actually activate as active. We're gonna go ahead and see how much damage this does anyway. Got a Fire Judgment. 3746. Why is this team easier to find than the other team that I'm trying to get? Holy crap. Okay. Now we are going to test out what would happen if we change this to a wind color. I'm hoping that I would get good results from this. Literally, I just have to use the same stones as before. And hopefully I get the right results. Let's go. This time they have enough spirit to block, but I'm still going to go ahead and include this into it. Let's see. 1608. It's a little bit higher damage, considering... Okay. We're gonna go ahead and try this again later. Oh damn, I paused at the wrong time. Janice just counterattacked Duran. Holy crap. Like, literally the only difference is that Lucifer was taken out for Edward. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to modify this so that way they don't have the spirit to bounce back. Adding this result into because Gerard managed to kill both Duran and Nikita just by holding the ball. It's crazy. But let's go ahead and see. Damn! That wasn't even a crit. Let's test out this shot too. Normal. Oh! Okay. The thing to factor in about this is that he's at 80% dribble for that one. I'ma just do one more test against a K. Oh, hold up. Okay, let's try that again. Against a K. Yet again. Oh my... I'm getting sick of this damn co-op bullshit. Just wanted consistent results. God, okay. 1390. 1390. And this time with God of Fire Judgment. Holy crap, it's actually the same now? Damn. Okay. I'll take it. Let's see. 80.8%. Oh. Okay. So I think I have enough to make my conclusion now. Let's just go ahead and finish this though. And we are back. I actually had the bright idea to make a spreadsheet of the conditions and the damage output. However, it was actually very inconsistent. The only thing that was consistent was against K. So, based on my testing and based on reasoning, what I can assume is that Windcaller is best for low DR goalkeepers, and God of Fire Judgment is best for high DR goalkeepers, and the only reason why God of Fire Judgment seemed better was because it already granted 100% penetration during the testing that I did with Gold 123. And the thing is, if Windcaller manages to get the Glabrous sub, it's easy to actually make up the missing penetration. So, for 25% penetration compared to 40 on the usual, that's literally only a 15% penetration loss, which is actually very easy to make up when it comes to substats. So if I get an 8% on the Windcaller and an 8% on this stone right here, or perhaps this one, well actually no, not that one, but on this one. So if I manage to get it on the substats, then he'll definitely reach 100% penetration, at least whenever he hits an active. But my thing is, because it's so easy to make up the penetration that God of Fire Judgment gives by itself, without the Glabrous sub, my little, I would say, strange idea is... Let's see if you can spot it. Can you spot it? I'll give you plenty of time. Time's up! Yeah, I decided to put him back on my team. Luckily, I actually found a use for him now, because he was supposed to be a backliner. But since I do kind of want to go on the offensive, he might be in my support. Well, actually, no, he can't be in my support. Oh well. Anyway, what happened is, since he has Leo's Totem, Are You Out of Your Mind 2, he increases the power up passive effect by 30% and the penetration by 20% of the allies currently within the assigned position, and since he's in the front line, he'll be increasing Damien's penetration by 20%, as well as his passive power up effect by 30%. So, that means is that Damien's Light Eraser increases to 52% critical rate and 32.5% increase on light players, as well as decreasing the incoming damage by 32.5%, increasing the damage to goalkeepers by 52%, and increases in damage on Ardor players by 32.5%, which means with that, he'll be increasing the damage on Ardor goalkeepers by about 74.5%, I think. I really hope I'm doing the math right. I had to remember all this. But anyways, that's kind of the reason why I wanted to put Jin Yong in the front line, because of that. And as an added measure, I'm going to be running his Ace as well, because it provides penetration as well. 14% to be exact. So, let's go ahead and do some math, shall we? 14% from Ace. 20% from passive. He has no built-in penetration. 34% from all this. 25% from the Glabrous substat. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the math right now because I can't be bothered to... What did I say? 14 plus 20 plus 34 plus 25. Okay, so basically with a single shot he reaches 93 penetration. However, if I take off Jin Myung from my team, which is 34% penetration, he'd only reach 59 penetration. And then he'd reach 89% with his active because it gives 30% penetration. Which is, you know, respectable still, right? I think it's respectable. At least it's not 10. But then again, it's actually really good to overcap because Duran. So what happens is, let's go ahead and we go back to the 93% penetration. So 93% penetration on a regular shot. And if we go for an active, he'll be at 123% penetration. And how much penetration does he decrease? 20%. So minus 20%, he'll be at 103% penetration, which is still 100% penetration. Now, let's go ahead and calculate it in with Subordinate Trust. Subordinate Trust also happens to decrease penetration. So minus 12%, he'll be at 91. It's still actually a nice percentage, in my opinion. However, if they happen to have the substat with Subordinate Trust, that means he'd be at 93. So it's literally just making sure that he's at least at 90% penetration. So honestly, I think that I'm just gonna go with a Windcaller Glabrous, because that is the best choice. It offers a lot more, because God of Fire Judgment only gives penetration that Damien can use. The critical damage is negligible. It can be ignored. And then with Windcaller, you get dribble and damage increase. If you put the Glabrous sub on God of Fire Judgment, you're just getting penetration out, like, completely. And then, what was I talking about? But yeah, God of Fire Judgment only gives penetration, and then with the Glabrous sub, it's only penetration. That's literally the only thing that you're doing with that. For some strikers, it would be a really good stone because they already reach high stats and everything else. But for Damien, I feel like it'd be too over-centralizing on penetration and not enough on his attack power. Windcaller, on the other hand, capitalizes on his dribble, which is the source of his shot damage, and then it increases the damage dealt to goalkeepers by 25%, which complements his playstyle of increasing the damage on goalkeepers by however much it makes. So what I'm gonna do is Alright, and this is exactly what I'm gonna do, okay? I have made up my mind on this. Gold said themselves that if I happen to hesitate one more time, he's gonna yell at me. So let's go ahead and do this shit. Let's go! Woo! I swear to God, if this doesn't happen to be a Glabber sub, I'm going to be so mad, I'm gonna quit, and I'm gonna sell everything. Okay, good. Oh, thank you, Farah. So, to take away from this video, do not test the way that I did because it's inconsistent as fuck. And Windcaller does a lot more than God of Fire Judgment does in terms of a main stat. And my Damien loves Windcaller. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and leave me a like. If you want more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want me to know how I'm doing, go ahead and hit that comment button with telling me how I'm doing. Is that how I usually end this video? I don't know. I'm tired. I just woke up, kind of. I need to fix my sleeping schedule. I'll see you later.